Hello everyone. In this video, I'd like to teach you a method based on the MACD indicator that you've never seen before on the internet. The victory rate of the MACD strategy is around 60% by default, but in this video, I want to boost it to 100% by altering the MACD and adding my own customized strategies. This method will be tested in 3 distinct settings with the goal of reducing false MACD signals to 0. So please watch this video carefully till the end and do not manually advance the video in any manner, because I'll explain some really significant points throughout the entire video. Before we move forward, I'd just like to remind you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Okay, now let's get right to strategy instructions. To begin, we add the MACD indicator to our chart. By default, the MACD indicator generates profitable signals, but it also generates erroneous signals. It is quite simple to obtain a signal from MACD. Only 2 requirements must be satisfied. The initial one is that the blue line should pass the orange line upwards while the MACD histogram bars turn green. Following that, a purchase signal is provided. Now, when the blue line crosses the orange line down and the histogram MACD turns green, I estimate the risk to reward to be 1.5. I open the sell short position at the same time. In its second signal, MACD clearly issued a bogus signal. Slowly and steadily, I will fix these erroneous signals and increase the strategy's victory rate to 100%. It also delivered the purchase signal late in this case, but it lost half of the profit. I started a buy position, but as you can see, it hit my stop, and the transaction failed here. MACD issued a sell signal, and the transaction was completed successfully. It has also successfully issued the purchase signal in this case. I experimented with numerous places using MACD signals to see what would happen. It has sent a bogus signal here once again. Of course, I'll fix these erroneous messages as soon as possible. All you have to do is watch the video attentively. The MACD delivers a sell short signal, but the chart also rises up. It is a bit late, and we have lost half of our profit here. It generates a bogus sell signal again. Only about 2/3 of the positive signals are provided by this MACD indicator. As you can see, it has sent multiple incorrect messages using only the MACD indicator. But don't worry, I'll fix the rest of the errors later in this video. Let us now add the well-known Williams indicator here. In the indicators, search for the Williams indicator and add it to the chart. Go to the indicator settings and apply the same settings in the style section. The dashed line was replaced with a straight line, and then I made it a different color. I'll also make it a little thicker for better understanding. Okay, we're going to utilize the Williams indicator to correct for erroneous MACD signals. Following that, we will add another indicator to the chart and use that indicator to determine the direction of the chart trend. Let me first explain how to utilize this signal here. If the blue and yellow lines cross the red horizontal line downwards, it sends a sell signal. The sell signal is valid in the MACD indicator at the same moment. The sell brief signal is legitimate if the cross happens. I'm going to open the sell position here. This was a successful transaction that hit the buy signal goal. When the yellow line crosses the blue line upwards, it indicates a purchase signal. And if the MACD indicator also shows an upward cross, the histogram bar turns green. The signal is now legitimate. I'll start the buy signal here. I'm willing to take a 1.5 reward to easily meet the necessary aim here. It is suitable for entering the sell portion under both conditions, but right now it is a false signal. Don't worry, in the next step I will fix this false signal by adding another indicator. Also, I will increase the winning rate of the strategy to 100%. So the 2 indicators produced a sell signal at the same time. Now, I'll release the sell position. This viewpoint achieved its objective. The combination of these 2 indicators boosts the strategy's success rate in this case. The MACD and Williams indicators both gave a buy signal. Let's run some tests with these 2 indicators first, and then add the next indicator to the chart. As you can see, there is still an error in the indicators, but these faults will be rectified by adding the next indicator. Let us now add the following indicator to the chart. we look for the indicator called the EMA indicator. We'll add this to the chart. Next, we'll go to the indicator settings. The numbers in the input area are changed. The number 9 was changed to 50. Then I altered the color and increased the thickness to improve the appearance. Okay, now we can start with the strategy. I'll go over how to acquire a signal from the strategy shortly. The blue MACD line crossed the orange line at the same moment. The MACD histogram bar was green, and the yellow line of the Williams indicator crossed the blue line upwards. The purchase signal is subject to two requirements. The EMA indicator provides us with the most recent condition indicator. When the price was above the line EMA and the line EMA had an upward slope, the third criteria for joining the buy trade was met. We will continue to pursue the purchasing position as long as the candlesticks remain above the EMA line. Because the candlesticks are above the EMA line, none of the three requirements are satisfied. In this scenario, all three indicators gave a buy signal, which means the signal is entirely legitimate and the deal is over. When both the MACD and the Williams indicators provided a buy signal, this position was more favorable than the goal. The candlestick should be green and positioned above the EMA. Otherwise, this signal is useless. Take into account that the EMA must have an upward slope. The market is now open and all three indicators are sending out buy signals. If we look at the EMA line, it looks okay, and we will continue trading until we achieve our intended objective. You can see for yourself how effective this method is. As you can see, I boosted the victory rate of this technique to 100%. It is a low-risk method since it eliminates erroneous signals. This method is applicable to any market, including the cryptocurrency, FX, and stock markets. Here's another signal generated by the Williams indicator. The MACD indicator has also delivered a sell signal. However, the EMA line does not confirm it because the candlesticks are above the EMA line. When the orange line crosses the blue line down, the histogram color changes to red. The second requirement was likewise granted at the same time. As the yellow line crosses both the horizontal red line and the blue line downwards, the Williams indicator generates a sell signal. When all three indicators emit a sell signal, the sell signal is quite valid, and we enter the sell position confidently. This is an extremely lucrative method. I'd suggest you test this method on many charts before using it, and I'm sure it'll work out for you. I hope I was able to teach you the crucial aspects in the video. If you don't completely comprehend the approach, watch it again from the beginning because it's one of my greatest and most successful tactics. I'd suggest you watch this video at least twice, from start to finish, to properly understand its intricacies. As I mentioned earlier, your likes and subscribes motivate me to keep working so that in the future video, I can teach you a fresh and successful method. So please press the like button and subscribe to our channel as well. And this is it for today's video. Hope to see you in the next one too. Goodbye.